Hello, lovies. Today we're going to do something different. We're still going to do a thrift flip, but we're going to do something different. Instead of making boho clothing for ourselves, we're going to make boho clothing for Barbie dolls, for our kids or our grandkids, or even for a side hustle. So let's get started. Here is thrifted top number 1. And here is thrifted top number 2. Well, actually, sundress. This is one of the easiest ways to make a skirt for a Barbie doll. Take a shirt that has an elastic wrist at the end, the cuff. This is perfect because it's for boho and to make it look like it's such a high-end Barbie outfit because it has the lace trim in it. So all I'm doing is measuring, laying my Barbie right where the waist is going to be on the elastic, marking how long plus a little bit for a hem, and all I'm doing is cutting the end of that sleeve off. Now look how pretty this fabric is. It's got the pretty boho look, it's got pieces of lace through it, and seriously, you're gonna make an outfit that you can make several Barbie outfits from this top. And I don't know, say I thrifted it for like maybe $6 to $8, and you can make so many outfits if you want to sell Barbie clothes on Etsy. I mean, this is a great way to do it. It's super easy. The outfit is half sewed already, in my opinion. And it comes out like a really high-end outfit. Not like those cheap Barbie outfits that you order and they come and the fabric is like, it's like plasticky. It's like you can make kites out of them. This is real cotton, beautiful print, lace on it. So the next thing I do is I am obviously going to measure the waist. Sometimes I'll just mark where the waist is and then I'll just sew straight down. But this has a lot of extra fabric, so I feel like the best thing for me to do is to just cut this open on the seam and then take it over. You'll see what I'm talking about. Take the piece that I cut and measure it, and then right sides together. All you have to do is sew one seam straight down, and then you have a nice big piece left over that you can actually make a top out of it. Now I'm just turning it inside out, putting it back on my Barbie doll, and I am measuring the waist, like I said, and then I am going to cut the seam open so that I have a nice big piece. And you'll see what I mean when I explain that. I said I am just going to take the piece of fabric and I'm going to fold it over to her size and then cut that piece off, and then I have an extra piece that can make a matching top. So this is what I meant when I said I just fold it over to her size. So I'm putting a little bit of a stretch on the elastic so that it fits her nice, and folding it over, and I'm just marking it, and then see I have this whole nice extra piece that I'm going to make a top with. I'm just cutting off the existing seam right here because it'll be too bulky. So I'm just going to get rid of that. I have plenty of fabric to make this. And now after I pull it over to her waist size, I'm going to pin it. And I'm going to pin it all the way down to the hem. Look how pretty that is. It is such a boho skirt. And think, you only are using the end of a sleeve. Just think of how much stuff you can make with this entire top for your Barbies. I mean, you can make bedding, you can make sheets and blankets and pillows, you can make curtains for the dollhouse. There's so much you could do with one top. And like I said before, if you want to make it up where you make extra income and put these Barbie doll clothes on Etsy, you could sell them on Etsy, and I could do a Barbie outfit in like 10 minutes from a top. It's just so easy and quick because, like I said before, most of your sewing is already done. So now I have it all measured. I'm cutting the end piece off, and now I'm taking it over to my sewing machine, and I'm just going to sew straight down here. You can hand stitch it. You don't need a sewing machine. I sewed up that side. Now I'm turning the right side out, and I'm just going to try on the skirt for the Barbie. Now, come on, how easy was this? It is so easy. People don't realize how easy you can make Barbie clothes that look so high end from one thrifted shirt. Now look how pretty that is. It's got lace on it. It's so boho looking. Even looks cute with her little black tube top, even though I would prefer to be in an off-white to go with this skirt. Now I'm going to take that leftover piece that I cut off the side, and I'm going to make a halter top to match this skirt. So I made this too tight. It's not gonna fit. It's not gonna fit with Velcro. So what I decided to do is I'm going to cut off this seam right here and use it for straps. I'm gonna put ties on the back of this so this could tie on. And so that's what I'm gonna do. So it's easy and I don't have to make ties. Using this will work perfectly. See, and when I cut that all off, these will make nice ties on the back, and I didn't have to go through the trouble of making them. Time to sew on my straps. Now I'm taking leftover pieces and I'm ironing them, and I'm going to make a matching tote for Barbie to match her outfit. You'll need to cut either 2 squares or 2 rectangles. Put them right sides together, sew 3 sides. Then add the strap, one of those ties that you cut from the hem. And that's it. You could hem the top if you'd like, and that's it. You have a Barbie tote to go with her outfit. I chose a piece of leftover fabric that had the lace running through it for the front of the tote bag so that it had a pretty detail. Now I'm just putting right sides together. I'm adding the tie. I'm just going to sew that all together. Before I move on to Barbie outfit number 2, please like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment and let me know if you would be into making Barbie clothes and if you'd like to see more videos on making doll clothes. On to project number 2. After this Barbie outfit, I will show the final results for both outfits at the end. For this outfit, I am using this sundress that I thrifted from my local thrift store. And when I tell you, I made so many upcycled awesome things from this dress, not just the Barbie outfit you're going to see now. The ruffles were awesome. The ties were awesome. The cinched top part was amazing. So let's get started. The top of this dress has ruching, so I'm going to take advantage of that. That's when the fabric is sewn very gathered with elastic thread, and it makes it very stretchy and a nice tube top. So I'm going to cut this so that the top of Barbie's sundress is a tube top. So now I'm just laying her down on the fabric. I'm measuring the length that I need, where the tube top is going to start and where it's going to end. And I'm telling you, this is the easiest way to make high-end Barbie clothes. All you do is take advantage of the already beautiful and hard sewing stuff that's already done to a garment. Like this is doing the ruching. That's a lot of work. Look how many lines and layers there are. And I'm getting it with like 2 cuts here for a Barbie outfit. So I cut to where the center would be on Barbie, and I am just folding that over, grabbing a couple of clips, clipping it in place so that I have a nice even cut. Now I'm just folding it in half with the right sides together. And I'm just going to make sure that it's even. I'm going to just flatten it out here. I'm going to cut a nice straight line down the side. Well, actually to an angle, but a nice straight one. And then I'm also going to cut the bottom to be nice and even. And all I really have to do with this is sew the side together and put a little hem on the bottom. clip or pin the sides in place. I also put a clip on the top of it so it doesn't move. And then I'm going to take it over to the sewing machine, and it's time to sew that side down. After I sew that side all the way down and close up the sundress, I am going to put a hem on the bottom. Okay. This is what I have, and the top is sliding a little bit, so I want it, this is too thick, but I'm going to find, I have it in white. I'm going to take a piece of this, I'm going to cut it, just sew it there, and then so it could just tie around her neck. And then I'm going to just put a hem on this, and then she will have another great little boho outfit. Yeah, this keeps coming down, so I'm definitely gonna go put a string on that. And now for the final results.